Hey there guys, so yeah, look, I cracked the 100,000 mark on Instagram in February, so yeah, definitely starting to make a little bit of a name for myself in the, social media space. Now, what I've learnt with social media is, the basics obviously do work, but like anything, if you're good at what you do, you're eventually going to get, attention for it. I've seen some other creators that, were literally no ones. And, some of them were really, really strong individuals. And then over time, with them consistently posting, networking, and yeah, just putting in time to develop their social media, their accounts, have developed as well. A lot of people, try and make it in the fitness industry, and I think we've hit a point where, the fitness industry is so saturated with, social media influencers that, it's really hard to stand out. Like, the only reason, I do, or I've, got to the point where I've gotten to is, I compete in powerlifting. This is my 17th year in the sport, and I've put together a 900 kilo raw total. So, my strength base is there, and that took me a long time to develop. I think, for me, if I didn't really have a skill, like that in terms of, strength and all the work I've put in, then, being successful on social media for me would be, really quite difficult, and I probably wouldn't have, got to where I got to. There's other people that, are nowhere near as strong, but they're really creative with their content, and they put a lot of effort into the ideas and developing, their videos and style. And if you're willing to do that as well, treat that as a skill, develop, your ideas, really think about what you're going to post, because, you may not be anywhere near as strong, but if the, quality of your content is really good, people, sit around and they watch it. It's just like, people that put together, movies, and clips like that. The people, behind the camera, none of them may be strong whatsoever, but, the actual movie, the screen plot, everything they've put together, is what, holds your interest and ultimately, causes the movie to be successful. So, you could be, as I said, someone that's really not quite strong at all, but if you can really develop your ideas, take a different approach to, the other social media influencers and find out, what's your niche, what are you good at, what skills do you need to work on and develop, then yeah, I'm guessing, you put that all together and you will be successful, but it just takes time. For me, yeah, I just relied on quite literally brute strength, keeping everything, to real day life. I don't try and glamorize anything. I don't try and hype anything up. I just put together, my training, talk about it. I'm consistent with my training, and I share a little bit of, my everyday life. So for me, it's sort of like, in a way, a little bit like a blog in that regard. But yeah, I don't definitely try and overhype or over, sell things, because, that's just not my style. And if you come across as very authentic, that's going to help as well. A lot of people, just hype everything up on social media, and they don't really have that, quality of substance behind them in order to be, successful. Like another way that you could go about, being really successful, on social media is just, really, I'm going to go back again to saying, developing your skill set and having a look at what other influencers have done in, the space that, you're working in or want to be successful in. In the fitness industry, as I said, there's some people that are really, really strong. There's some people that are really knowledgeable. There's other people that are really, really good at doing how-to videos and explaining how to do a movement or a particular exercise. And then there's other people, that are really focused on diet and nutrition. And then you get other people that are just content creators, and they just show, their meal preps and what goes into it. And they don't necessarily give a why, why do I put these calories together or things like that. They're just showing you how to make quality meals. And in that regard, like, a meal prep video and putting together quality meals and things like that, that takes a lot of, time, effort and planning just to produce, one post on social media. And as a result, you're going to see very, very few accounts that are going to be putting together such top quality content because it's so time consuming to do so. And then as a result, you just see so many people, slapping, really short, training sessions and videos together, almost similar to like what I've done here. I just put together, a video from my training sessions and just stitched them all together. That's nowhere near, the same quality as someone that's really, put together a whole lot of meal preps, shot from different angles, edited it. And if you do find those people, you'll find that they normally have a really big following because, they share recipes, they show you how to, structure the meals, how many grams of protein. They don't give you any training advice. That's not their niche that they're going for. They're just going for, a particular feel to their videos and sticking at what they're good to. I don't touch on nutrition. I don't put together all those videos. Yeah, I have a really good grasp of nutrition, but if I'm going to now try and stand out as a nutrition coach or influencer, it's going to be really quite difficult because that's not how I developed my base. That's not my, natural strength within this overly saturated, fitness industry. So it's going to come back to, what are you good at? If you're not good at a lot of things at all, then you're going to really have to think about what skills are you willing to develop. Are you going to take time in your editing of clips? Are you going to be more creative? Are you going to, be one that teaches people how to do stuff and why? So, yeah, it just comes back to that. And other people just, make some funny gym clips as well. And, just entertainment is what they're going for. But, yeah, what I found is, stick with your strengths. Your weaknesses completely ignore, outsource them, get someone else to deal with them. And really look at your, target audience and the market that you're trying to, go for and make your content relevant, to that audience. So yeah, that's just my take on it.